I pissed off the Bronco Reddit community because I went on there and said I was a Bronco YouTuber. And I think for a good amount I am. While I do my podcast and while I do other topics, I focus a lot on Denver, and I give Denver more time than mainstream media gives, than hell, even some of the media in Denver themselves give Denver. I talk about the Broncos a lot. I highlight their players a lot. I show my fandom a lot. I show my bias a lot. But then when I was like, hey guys, I love the community. Obviously, I've been a fan for a whole bunch of years. And they were like, no, you have like these Tebow videos, but Tebow hasn't been relevant here for years. And you picked the Raiders to go to the Super Bowl. And that's what it sounded like. Let me explain something here really quick. I've been a fan for well over a decade. I've been through Jay Cutlers of the world. Came in at the end of the, let me take this back. I came in at the end of the Jake Plummer era. So I've seen Jake Plummer, I've seen Jay Cutler, I've seen Kyle Orton, I've seen Peyton Hillis, I've seen Brandon Marshall, I've seen Eddie Royal have the greatest receiving debut in the history of the NFL. I've seen a team go 6-0, not make the playoffs. I've seen a team that was 8-5 that needed to win one more game, just one, to get into the playoffs and lose the last three, and the Chargers win the last three and miss out on the playoffs, and the Chargers make it. I've seen the team that set the record for the worst set the worst record in franchise history, which did lead to Von Miller. Not bad if I do say so myself. I've seen a team have Tebow mania and go crazy. I've seen a team sign a future Hall of Famer, one of the 5 greatest quarterbacks of all time, in Peyton Manning, and completely change the format of the team. I've seen them set the NFL record for points. I've seen Manning's record-breaking season, and then getting absolutely crushed in the Super Bowl after I waited all these, and I'm not even that old, so there's people that have waited longer than I have to see Denver in the Super Bowl. But then to finally see him, and it's like, oh my gosh, we're here, and get absolutely destroyed. And not only destroyed, it was over in the first quarter. I've seen a team then revamp itself, rebuild itself into a defensive dominant powerhouse. I saw, not to throw shots, but I heard on FS1 them talk about Denver being a defensive juggernaut for like the latter half of the decade. I'm like, no, Denver was pretty bad at defense about 4 or 5 years ago. They've changed drastically. They went from a good defense, or they're just a bad team, to a good defense with Tebow, to a so-so defense with Manning, and now back to now having this dominant force that they have. If my fandom or my appreciation or my love for the team ever comes into question, feel free to ask me something. Because I know, and I'm willing to put my own personal knowledge of Denver against anyone. And I truly mean it. I'll challenge Mike Kliss, who, I think I said his last name wrong, who's the beat writer for Denver for over 40 or 30 years. And really great guy. I've never met him. I'll challenge the radio voice of the Denver Broncos. I will challenge anyone in terms of how much I love and appreciate this team and how crazy I am about being a fan of Denver. Like, I love all sports, but the Broncos are my first team. And if someone told me, oh, you can only watch one sport for the rest of your life, I'm only allowed to watch one team, I'm picking the Broncos. I could name so many players. I know I'm the guy who's nerdy enough about sports that I go in and I know who are all the starters, who's going to be the special teams guys, who's going to be the backups that get playing time, who's the draft picks, who are they looking at in the draft. I'm going on their website every day. I'm looking at practice reports. I'm looking at quarterly reports. I've spent so much time. This is why I didn't do well in school. I spent so much time just going over and being enticed and I don't even have words for it sometimes. Like, my fandom for Denver, I will put up against anyone. Did I put Oakland in the Super Bowl? Yes, because even though I picked on this same channel, you can go look at the video, that I picked Denver to be the surprise team of 2017, yes, I did have Oakland in the Super Bowl, because to me, Oakland was the better team being realistic. Am I realistic all the time with Denver? No. And why should I be? I'm a fan. You know what fan is? Short for fanatic. I don't have to be realistic. I don't. It's my team. It's the team I grew up watching, my passion, my choice of what I want to do with my Sundays. I just don't get how people can sit there and honestly challenge me. And if you're a Bronco fan, and the Broncos have been really successful last couple years, so there is bandwagoners in the community, and those are the ones. If you're a Bronco fan, how do you not love Tim Tebow? Like, I brought Tim Tebow back from my Madden series, and how could you not love Tim Tebow? If you know the 4-year pile of horseshit that Denver was in, and then to get Tim Tebow to give you excitement for those 7-8 games, how can you not love him? He is still, and I've said this before on the channel, my favorite moment in all of my years of watching sports, as old as I am, is Tim Tebow to Demaryius Thomas for the touchdown. There's not a better moment in sports to me. That is when I hear people talk about the immaculate reception, when I hear people talk about the Raider one, the Holy Roller, when people talk about these great plays, the Vinatieri kicks if you're a Patriots fan, Spygate, either side. Like, that to me, that's my moment. And I think if you're a Bronco fan, that's our moment. I wasn't going to start the show out this way, but I just got so infuriated almost. I'm like, they're really going to sit there and try to call me out for not being a fan of the Denver Broncos. Like, oh, I was mad. I was real mad. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. YouTube, SoundCloud, and iTunes. Also, don't forget to follow me on Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, and Twitter. If you'd like to see more videos, click right here on my chest, and I will see you guys next time.